What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at y'all with a weekend reading. The first sign I see is the first sign I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what we got going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully y'all doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. If y'all want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to the notification gang. I love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I see here for today is Virgo. So let's go ahead and get it started. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome on into the weekend read, and I hope we're all looking towards a fantastic weekend. So starting out here with the Virgo, let's see what we got going on. What information is rolling up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. Hey, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning in. What's going on, Joanne? Hey, Paris. Hey, Amal. What's going on, Reina? How are you? I hope you're all well. All right, Team Virgo, we're going to grab ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we shall see what is up. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Virgo, jumping on into your weekend here, starting out with the overall energy, we have here the Knight of Pentacles. Moving along forward here into your current energy, we have the Queen of Pentacles, looking at what you're dealing with, we have the Four of Wands, and then looking at the outcome for you, Virgo, is going to be the Four of Pentacles. So, taking a look here, moving into your next 72 hours, let's see what we got going on. Well, Virgo, we start out here with the Knight of Pentacles, all the way to the Queen of Pentacles as well. So, it kind of already feels to me that you're in a bit of a space here where you're focusing a little bit more on yourself. It's about taking out time for yourself and kind of setting aside everybody and everything else and really investing yourself in a little bit more of self-care. That's kind of how your weekend's looking to me here so far. I mean, having a look at what it is you're dealing with the Four of Wands. So Four of Wands is like being in a very comfortable set and setting. So I definitely feel here that kind of moving into your weekend, it's about your perfect set and setting. For some of you, you could be taking like a trip. Maybe you have like a house, or like, you know, for people that live in New York, sometimes people buy property upstate. They have a little bit of a mountain house or something like that. So you could be going to a cabin, maybe some other property that you have this weekend, just for a little bit like of a 2-day getaway or something of that nature. So for some of you, there could be like a potential getaway situation happening here. Maybe you want to go ahead and relax, take a mini vacation. But if you're not doing any sort of physical travel, I definitely see many Virgos here getting into an energy where you're pampering yourself this weekend, okay? Taking a look here once again at what it is you're dealing with, really investing yourself in an incredibly comfortable set and setting. Looking at the outcome here, Four of Pentacles is the energy of going in recluse. So I feel for many of you here, you kind of just want to keep to yourself. It's going to be one of those weekends where, you know, getting really cuddly and all cuddled up into a, you know, a blanket and getting a bunch of pillows and ordering a pizza and watching TV is going to be the vibration for you. I feel like for many of you, you kind of just want to stay to yourself and stay in and keep to yourself and be comfy and cozy. And I don't really feel like you want to be too social here. So I definitely get the energy here for Virgos this weekend. It's going to be a cozy one for sure. Okay. For some of you, it could be because the weather's bad. I'm not sure where you live, but it might be rainy this weekend, unfortunately. I'm not a weatherman, so I'm not going to predict the weather for you, but that could be one of the reasons why. So if it's like really nasty weather out, could be a reasoning why too, that you want to be very comfortable and cozy this weekend overall, okay? But pretty basic message. I feel like Virgo, the title, if this was a video for you, would be You're on Do Not Disturb. Okay? Point blank period. That's what your weekend's looking like here. You just don't really want to deal with any social situations or communicate with other people. You're going into hermit mode, and you seem to very much so be loving it every single second. All right, Virgo, I love that for you. Low-key, that seems how my weekend's gonna go too. I can't wait to get all cozied up and enjoy my privacy. Okay, all right, baby. So we finished up. We started out here with the Earth. Today, let's do Earth, Air, Fire, Water. Jumping on into our air sign, let's have a look here at the lovely and amazing Aquarius gang. What's going on, baby? Messages for Aqua. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here for Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Aquarian, we're going to get this last and final shuffle. And we'll see what we got going on, baby. Hopefully, we are looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. What do we got going on for the Aquarius gang? Let's take a look here, okay? Aquarian, taking a look at the overall energy here for you, is going to be the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So right off the bat, you could be connecting with an earth sign for a few of you. Having a look at your current energy, we have the Tower. Taking a look at what you're dealing with, we do have the Judgment. And then looking at the outcome here for you is going to be the Two of Wands. Okay, I say it all the time. I'm going to say it again. The Aquarian and the Scorpio are a never-ending saga. The two of you are constantly appearing in one another's readings. I swear I can never read an Aquarius or a Scorpio without both of the signs intertwining. So jumping on into this reading for you, Aquarius, this weekend, Seven of Pentacles reversed all the way to the Tower card upright. So it kind of feels to me like you're not feeding in right now, like you're not giving your energy or you're not making much of an investment into something currently happening in your life. I almost kind of feel like you're ignoring a Tower moment here. Okay, looking at what it is you're dealing with the Judgment. So it's like, it's hard, right, when we don't want to look at the situation of what's going on and we don't want to accept it for what it is. You know, I definitely feel that energy being pretty prominent here moving into your weekend. And I'm not sure specifically what it is you're going through because a Tower could be anything. Tower card could represent a breakup. It could represent a disconnect between you and a friend. It could represent massive changes taking place and occurring in your life. But it feels to me here, Aquarius, that there's something happening here. There's something shifting and changing, and you just don't really want to think about it. You don't want to invest in it. You don't even want this change to occur. And when I look at what you're dealing with here showing up as the Judgment, you know, Judgment card here says, I just want to give myself a chance here to keep a situation going. I want a second chance. I don't want something in my life to end or something in my life to change. I want to do everything I can to keep it going forward. So it feels like you're in a place of resistance moving into this weekend where you're trying to combat the ending, but the Tower card here says, you know, the Tower is going to happen inevitably. You can fight and resist it all you want, but the Tower is still going to fall. So something in your life is changing, ending, anything of that nature, and I think that it's been pretty hard to accept it. I think it's been pretty hard to accept it because you're in a space where you don't want this Tower moment to happen. But with the outcome here being the Two of Wands here says, even though you feel like you have the option and the ability to fight this, it's almost like deep down inside, Aquarius, you know that no matter how much you try to fight it, this is one of these things that's just going to end up happening overall. So it's kind of like battling and struggling, coming to terms with something shifting or changing or ending in your life. Trust me, been there billions of times. You know, I've definitely been one of those people that struggle a lot when I don't want certain things in my life to come to an ending. You know, I've had many endings in my life that have sucked, but what I've learned from every ending that happened is that a beautiful new beginning happened as well. Where there are endings, there are always new beginnings. When one door closes, another door will always open for you. And I learned that the universe will always do everything it can in its power to guide you to a better path. So if you're an Aquarius here, kind of struggling, letting go at this time, you know, if something in your life is shifting or changing, you know, it's understandable. You're human. You're allowed to feel that way. But I promise you, though, if you do embrace the Tower, you're going to have something better come in here for you. You know, the more that you fight it, the more hard the process is. But the more that you let go and you kind of accept what's happening and accept what's changing, the better you'll be off because you're going to start shifting into the new path that you're meant to align with. You know, I learned that at the end of the day, if something was meant to be, it would have been. Right? So if a situation in your life right now was meant to be with you and it was meant to be a part of you, it would continue to be there. But if things in your life are changing, it's changing because you're morphing to your next stage, to your new chapter where you're supposed to be at too. So Aquarius, I think deep down inside, you know that this Tower moment is something you can't avoid. And no matter how much you want to avoid it, you know, you're in this process where you kind of know that you genuinely can't. And I feel that, you know, the more you fight the Tower, the more the struggle is going to be. So it's not easy. And guess what? Feeling this resistance makes you human. You know, you're allowed to feel upset. You're allowed to be unhappy with the fact that certain things might be changing. But I think that if you are willing to let go, if you are willing to open your perspective up to something better coming, you'll see that a heck of a lot quicker than if you keep resisting and fighting this Tower moment, okay? All right, Aquarius, wishing you the best of luck. I know it's not the news that you necessarily want to hear, but this is kind of like the message from your guides that you need to hear. It's like, you can fight this, but things are still going to change. And I think it's better to embrace the better things that are coming rather than to continue to hold on to what must change, okay? Remember, if it's meant to be, it would have been. And you know what? You're moving into a space where what's meant to align with you will, okay? All right, Aquarius, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our earth, we did our air, jumping on into our fire, baby. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Sagittarius gang. What's going on, baby? Messages for Team Saggy. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Sagittarian, we're going to get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on. Hopefully all is well. Saggy, overall energy for you is going to be the Seven of Pentacles. So right off the bat, you could be connecting here with an earth sign for some of you. Looking at your current energy, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the Six of Wands. And then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Nine of Pentacles. So Sagittarius, let's see what's in store here for you. Well, coming into your weekend here, Sagittarius, we have the Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Wands in reverse. It feels like you've been very patient. I get this energy where you're acknowledging that your time will come. And I think that this is fantastic, by the way, because when people have the ability to be patient in life, the amount of things you will accomplish is insane. A lot of people expect things to happen overnight, right? Sagittarius, a lot of people expect to acquire wealth overnight or quickly. A lot of people, expect to acquire the best soulmate and the best partner and to be married fast. Everybody in this world wants things fast, right? And the more that we do this, the more we kind of rush the process of aligning with what's truly meant for us, I've seen so many people in my life rush into relationships with people. And of course, did those relationships last? No. I've seen tons of people rush into certain careers that they weren't very certain of. And did that career last for them? No. So when we continue to rush our lives, we're going to get rushed results. And I think that many of you are starting to realize this because when you look at the overall energy to the current here, Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Wands in reverse, you're in a space right now where I feel like you're being incredibly patient. You, Sagittarius, are taking a step back and you're observing things in your life. You're making sure you're not making the wrong investments. You're making sure that you're certain about what you want before you go for it. I definitely feel like you're in a heavy place of awareness. Now, when I look at what it is you're dealing with, Six of Wands, what's happening here, Sagittarius, is you might be seeing people in your life, in a bit of a successful place, but the difference about those individuals versus you is that people in your life that might be having some success going on currently, it's coming from a place where it's temporary. It kind of feels to me like you're surrounded by people that might have gotten fast and quick success, but chances are they're not aligned with something that is truly, truly for them. And when I look at the outcome here being the Nine of Pentacles for you, Sagittarius, Nine of Pentacles here says, right now, I'm okay with being in my own energy and with observing and making sure that I'm making the right choices for me and making the right investments instead of half-assing what I invest myself into. For example, when it comes towards my dream career, sure, I might work a job just to make some money and to have some security, but I'm not going to go all in on a career unless I know it's truly for me. Same thing with a relationship. Sure, I might meet somebody who's fun, who's cute, who's flirty, but I'm not going to commit to a person in love unless I know that we really vibe together. So you're in a space right now where I feel like you're becoming very aware of what is truly for you and what isn't, and you're not rushing the process in life. I think you're noticing that other people in your life, maybe friends, maybe family, you're noticing other people in life are moving up, they're moving forward, the spotlight's on them, the attention's on them, but your time to shine will come, is essentially what I'm trying to say here for you, Sag. And when your time does come to shine, you're going to shine so bright because you were patient enough to make sure that you made the right investments in the right people, places, and things. And guess what? You're stable. Whereas other people are going to recognize they made half-ass investments and they didn't last as long. So Sagittarius, essentially, if this is you and this is how you're going about your life, just know that things are going to turn out incredibly well for you. And that's why we don't rush the process in life. A lot of people say life is too short. Sure, life is short when we think about it in a large retrospect, but at the same time, we have a while here. We have a long time to make something of ourselves. We have a long time to choose the right people, to get to know people, to get to have experiences. So if you're a Sagittarian right now, don't rush the process of your life. Live your life experience things, get a feel for what you love, get a feel for what you're truly connected to. And when you feel like you want to go all in on something, just make sure you're making the right investment of what you want to go all in on, okay? All right, Saggy. Hopefully that made sense, because that was a pretty interesting message. Not what I expected to get from these cards, but that's what came out here for you. So whoever needed to hear it, hopefully it helped, okay? All right, Saggy, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Avita says, thank you for the November 2022 read for Gemini. It was on point. You're very welcome. I love. Glad that it resonated for you. And thank you. Appreciate that so much, okay? All right, baby. So we finished up the lovely and amazing fire. So we did fire, we did air, we did earth. Jumping on into our water signs now. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Pisces gang. What's going on, baby? Messages here for Team Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. Man, the notifications today suck. I feel like nobody here got notified. Thank you, though, for those of you that came in. I appreciate it, but I don't even see any of my moderators in here, and usually there'll be a couple, even if the notifications are wonky. So hopefully they end up shooting out a little bit soon, you know? But either way, what do we got going on here, please, for the Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Pisces, let's see what's going on here for you. Pisces, overall energy here is going to be the Seven of Cups in reverse. So you could be connecting here potentially with a water sign, such as a fellow Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. Looking at your current energy, we do have here the Ten of Swords. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the Four of Wands. And then looking at the outcome here for you is going to be the Queen of Swords in the reverse position. So yeah, let's take a look here and see what's going on here for you. Well, Pisces, coming into your next 24 hours, we start out here with, coming into your weekend, we start out here with the Seven of Cups reversed all the way to the Ten of Swords. So it definitely seems to me like something in specific in your life is ending, and it feels like this is more personal. It seems to me like you personally wanted something to end, because Seven of Cups upright would represent kind of like a multitude of things. Maybe it would represent that you're ending a lot of things, but when it's in the reverse position, it's talking about one thing in specific. So Pisces, kind of feels to me here for you that you're in a space right now where you are purposely kind of isolating yourself from a person, place, or thing. Looking at what you're dealing with the Four of Wands. I think you're starting to find peace, and you're starting to find comfort right now, Piscean, in being isolated from something rather than being surrounded by it. So let's say we're talking about a specific person in your life. You know, you might start to notice that you feel better not really being surrounded by their energy versus being surrounded by them. Maybe there's a bit of a draining individual that's inside of your environment. You know, maybe your work environment lately has just been a little bit much, and the more time you've kind of had away from work, the better you've genuinely felt. So you're starting to notice that with the absence of something, the better you're beginning to feel. And with that being said here for you, looking at the outcome being the Queen of Swords reversed here says you're starting to wonder, would it be the right option here to completely detach from whatever this is if I feel better without something? Because that means with this situation, person, place, or thing, it ends up dragging you down. So I definitely feel like many Pisceans here this weekend, you're kind of getting into a place where you're reconsidering, you know, should I keep something in my life because it hasn't really had a great effect on me, or should I make this temporary distance a permanent one? So I think for many of you here, you're kind of considering an ending or considering distance, considering that you feel better without someone or something, okay? All right, Pisces. And you know what, that happens. You know, I've had many moments in my life where I distance myself from people, places, or things. You know, if I like to check in with my intuition a lot, and if I tend to feel that, you know, the more I'm around something, kind of the worse I'm feeling, especially on an emotional level, I check in with me first and I say, is there anything going on with me? And if I check in with myself and I'm like, well, it's not me, then I kind of chop it up to the environment. So I like to be very aware of how I feel surrounding everything. And if I start to feel that vibes are off, or if any sort of vibes are impacting me or affecting me negatively, I have no issue taking space, because at the end of the day, you always got to do what you can to protect yourself and to protect your energy. All right, Team Pisces, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. And yeah, some people are saying they got no notifications today. Yeah, I mean, YouTube with notifications, it's been happening for probably almost 3 years now. The notifications have just been really bad. I know that many of you do actually have them enabled. But most of the time for the people that have them enabled, they're not very spot on like they used to be. Like notifications used to notify every person who was subscribed and turned on the bell. And it just doesn't do that anymore. So the way that YouTube's going and how your content gets discovered or how your content and viewers get notified, they went in a direction that was a little bit more harmful to creators rather than positive. But appreciate everybody that's still here. Really does mean a lot to me. Thank you all so much. Jocelyn, thank you for tuning in, by the way. Appreciate it. We got a moderator up in the chat. How you doing, love? Hope everything's going well. What's going on, Rastafari? And how are you? How's everybody doing? Yes. I did receive the individual signs, but not the live. Yeah, so it's weird. I don't know if it's a thing about if you upload multiple videos, it just doesn't want to like spam notify subscribers. But this is the third video today, so technically it shouldn't do that. But yeah, it's weird. Anyways, though, moving along forward. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. So we finished up our first batch of the zodiacs for today. Jumping on into our next batch now. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the lovely and amazing Capricorn. What do we got going on? Messages for Team Cappy. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Capricorn, we're going to get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on, baby. Hopefully all is well. Cappy, overall energy here for you is going to be the Two of Cups. So you could be connecting here potentially with a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Having a look at your current energy, we do have here a Seven of Swords. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have the Knight of Wands. And looking at the outcome for you, Capricorn, is going to be the Tower in the reverse position. So let's go ahead and dive on into this one. All right, Capricorn, like I mentioned, we start with the Two of Cups as the overall, and then the current energy is the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is a card that could represent deception, it could represent self-deception, external deception, or it could represent as well the energy of feeling jaded. So I kind of feel here that it's probably more along the lines of jaded is what I'm feeling. So Two of Cups here to the Seven of Swords, you might be feeling a little bit jaded in a connection or in some sort of relationship in your life. I mean, taking a look at what you're dealing with here being the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands for me is the card that I often call the Traveler. The reason why I call the Knight of Wands the Traveler is because the Knight of Wands has the ability to come in and also leave whenever they want. So this is somebody who kind of comes and goes as they please. And I think that you're in a space where you're very tired of dealing with a pretty inconsistent kind of energy. You know, Capricorn, whether it's a family member, a lover, a friend, I think somebody here is showing up, and when they do show up, it's like you have this hope that you feel like they're going to stay, but then they also go. They cut out, they go ghost, they go silent. And it's one of these types of situations where you're saying to yourself, I can't deal with this anymore, because if I have people in my life, I need them and I want them to be consistent. I don't want to deal with somebody who comes and goes as they please. So looking at the outcome here being the Tower, I feel like the Tower here in reverse for you, Capricorn, is you getting into a space where you're saying, I'm finally going to go ahead and ignore this person. I'm finally going to go ahead and not give them the ability to come back. If they walk out, that's it. There is no invitation to come on back. So it's kind of like somebody here is on very thin ice. If they end up walking away, if they end up leaving, if they end up running away once more, they won't have that invitation to come back on in. So that's what I see here for you, Capricorn. It's like, listen, you leave this time, you're not welcome back. All right, Capricorn, very intense energies here for sure, but very understandable. You know, everybody deserves consistency, and everybody deserves people that genuinely want to show up and stay around. And, you know, if you're dealing with this inconsistent energy, it feels to me like it's been dealt with for a long, long time. So, you know, I see that your tolerance here just isn't there anymore. It's like, I can't tolerate this. I need to see you show up for me. All right, Capricorn, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up the Earth, jumping on into the air sign now. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the lovely and amazing Gemini. What's going on, baby? Messages for Team Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Gemini, we're going to take a look here at your weekend, and we'll see what's in store here for you. Hopefully, all is well. Gemini, overall energy for you is going to be the Two of Swords. So you could be connecting here potentially with an air sign, such as a fellow Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Looking at your current energy, we have a Seven of Swords. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And then looking at the outcome for your weekend here, we do have the Emperor. Ooh, Emperor card showing up here for you. Definitely feels like you're going to get into a very boss mode type of energy. So let's take a look here and see what's up. Well, Gemini, we start out here with the Two of Swords, and then we also have the Seven of Swords, so it's kind of an interesting energy at play. When we add the 7 to the 2, it creates the 9 of Swords, which is distress, right? So if we can add these two cards together and bring in the 9 of Swords energy, it would represent that there's some sort of distress you're going through. It feels like you're distressed over your environment. Looking at what you're dealing with here, being the 10 of Pentacles reversed, something is definitely not stable. I feel for some of you, this is definitely being distressed or in distress over your work environment. Your work environment lately might have been a bit hectic, or maybe it is pretty dang hectic, because I do see that being the main thing. Like the imagery that I'm getting in my mind is work, and it seems to me like it's where it's hard to be in the good flow state with people you work with when there's such a lack of leadership. I feel that vibration here for Geminis that are struggling in the workplace, because it's almost like you and your coworkers are so out of the flow, you're so out of sync due to this lack of leadership, and it's not everybody working together, it's one person picking up the slack. And if you're the person picking up the slack, Gemini, you're ready here to lose your shit, because it's like, I'm so tired of picking up the slack for everybody else when it should be a team effort. And looking at the outcome here being the Emperor card here says, you're about to go boss mode. It's like, fine, if everybody wants to look at me like I'm the boss, then I might as well be the boss, point blank, period. So if there's been issues here for any Geminis kind of within the workstation, you know, you're going to step up here and you're going to basically show that you have this leadership role, the ability to help other people within the workplace, considering that the leadership you currently have ain't really doing much. So this weekend, Gemini, you might be impressing your bosses by showing your ability to help out. Okay, so if that's anything going on in the workplace, there's probably an opportunity here for you to step up, and you're going to be probably impressing your bosses and your superiors and showing them, hey, I have the ability here to do this. So it might actually land you a raise or land you a promotion. Just saying, Gemini, that might end up happening here for a few of you. But either way, the overall kind of gist of this read that I'm picking up here for you, Gemini, we have here the Two of Swords, and then we also have here the Seven of Swords, followed up with all these other cards. So what I would say here for the majority of Geminis is you're dealing with a situation of a unstable environment, and I do see many of you here getting fed up. Seven of Swords, I'm tired of pain. Two of Swords, I'm tired of feeling indecisive about what I should do. So with the outcome here being the Emperor here says, I'm going to step up. If my environment lately has been lacking, if it's been completely, unstable, if it's been up, down, and all around town, I'm going to step up and make sure shit changes. So let's say you and a friend have had a rocky friendship. Well, guess what? You're about to step up and say, hey, it's time to fix this shit. If you and your partner have been in a weird space, you're going to step up and say, look, I'm tired of the instability. It's time to do something about it. So Geminis, I definitely feel you being very vocal here this weekend. You are not going to let anything continue to pass you on by. If you got something to say, you're going to go ahead and say it, and you're going to be a person of action here this weekend. I think you're tired of inconsistency and instability. You're ready to get shit fixed. All right, Gemini, I love that for you. Definitely go in boss mode, okay? All right, baby, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did the earth, we did the air, jumping on into the fire, baby. What do we got going on here for the lovely and amazing Leo gang? What's up? Messages for Team Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Leo, we're going to get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we have here for your weekend, baby. Hopefully all is well. All right, Team Leo, starting out here with the overall energy for you is going to be the King of Swords. So you could be connecting here potentially with a air sign for a few of you. Having a look at your current energy, we have the Eight of Wands. Looking at what you're dealing with, we do have here the the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and then taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to be the Two of Pentacles. Okay, hold on one second, guys. I want to make sure I didn't mess up my zodiac signs. Did I mess up my sign order? I don't think I did, though, because it's earth, air, fire, water. Yeah, earth, air, fire. Okay, I'm just making sure it's correct. Yeah, because Julia was like, but it was water. No, I think water's last, right? Yeah, earth, air, fire, water. Okay, nope, I was correct. Okay, moving back on to the Leos. Sorry about that, Leo. I thought I messed up the sign order here real quick. So, taking a look here into your weekend, let's see what's going on here for you. So, we start out here with the King of Swords all the way to the Eight of Wands. Having a look here, it kind of seems to me that you're in a space right now where you're definitely trying to stick up. And how do I explain this? You're trying to stick up for yourself right now when it comes towards your ability to communicate. It definitely seems to me here for you that you want to make sure that people understand you and people take you seriously. But when you look at the individuals that you're dealing with here with the Six of Pentacles reversed, it's hard to get through to other people. It seems to me right now that you're in a space right now where you're not feeling like you're being taken seriously, Leo, and it definitely is agitating the crap out of you. It's like I want to assert my power. I want people to understand me. I want people to take me seriously. But when it comes towards communication, it just feels to me like people genuinely aren't listening. They're in the space right now where they don't want to be open to me. So if people aren't going to be open to you, then it's like talking to a brick wall. You know, looking at the outcome here being the Two of Pentacles, Leo, Two of Pentacles here says, you know, what the heck do I do about this then? You know, if people don't want to be open to me, then what is it that I can do? Well, Leo, let me offer you the best piece of advice I could ever give you. People will always make up their mind. People will always decide whether they want to be open to you or whether they want to be open to their own fucking opinion. People will always decide whether they want to listen to you and understand you or only understand their perspective and perception. So when it comes towards that, if you're connecting with people who don't want to have the ability to hear you out, to listen to you, to understand you, there's no point in trying to convince them otherwise, because individuals will always have their mind made up, and if they choose to be closed off, so be it. I would always say that with my best advice, if somebody isn't willing to be open, that's not a relationship willing to save. If somebody isn't willing to be open, that's not even a conversation that should even be willing to be willing to be had, period. You know, I'm the type of person that loves to be open. I love to understand people. I love to get to know individuals on a deep level. I love to get to talk. And, you know, if people that I'm communicating with are very closed off, very closed-minded and not willing to be open to me, why would I be open to them? Point blank, period. So at the end of the day here for you, coming into your next 72 hours, I think that the best advice that I can give you, Leo, is that right now in this moment in time, if you're connecting with individuals in your life that are currently not deciding to be open to you and they've made up their own mind and they want to think what they want to think and they want to feel what they want to feel, then fuck it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth your breath, period. So basically kind of ignore these individuals and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. All right, Team Leo, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Now, real quick, y'all, I've been having a lot of weird technical issues today. Give me 1 second because it's saying something weird over here. Hold on 1 moment, please, while I check this out. Let me know if you guys can hear me, by the way. It says audio streams bitrate is lower than the recommended. I don't know why it would be lower than the recommended, though. I have it on 128 kbps. That's very weird. Real quick, everybody, just let me know if you can hear me clearly. Sometimes you get random weird messages. If you can hear me fine and it sounds normal like it usually does, then I don't have to fix anything. It might just be a weird message or something might just be like glitched or some shit like that. So please do let me know. Nadia says, I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay. Do let me know as well. Has it changed in the quality at all, or has the quality remained the same? I want to just know that too before I move on forward. Because if the quality has changed in any way, then that's something weird going on that I'm going to have to fix. Yeah, I've been having weird technical issues today, especially with my computer in general. This computer is like about 3 years old now, but it still has good hardware enough to run what I do. But it has been pretty glitchy and buggy today. So when I do finish the daily or finish the weekend read today, I'm going to have to take it out. I think I'm going to take out some components, clean it. I might have to double check some things, and hopefully everything's going to be okay. All right. As for everybody, it says no, everything sounds great. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure because sometimes I get some weird pop-ups here, man. So either way, we finished up the earth, we finished up the air, we finished up the fire. Jumping back on into our water signs now, let's go ahead and have a look here at the lovely and amazing Scorpio gang. What do we got going on, baby? Messages for Team Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Scorpio, we're going to get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on here, baby. Hopefully all is well. Scorpio, taking a look here at the overall energy for you, is going to be the Six of Cups in the reverse position. So you could be connecting here potentially with a water sign, like a fellow Scorps for a few of you. Having a look at your current energy, we have here the Ace of Pentacles. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have the Hierophant in reverse, and then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Two of Cups in the reverse position. By the way, Team Scorpio, if I haven't said it already, happy birthday to you. Hope you've been having a great birthday so far and a fantastic Scorpio season. But let's see what's going on here for your weekend. So we start out with the Six of Cups reversed, and then we move into the Ace of Pentacles. So it kind of seems to me here for you, Scorpio, that you're in a space right now where you're deciding to put your past behind you and offer yourself up into a new beginning. It kind of looks to me like for many of you, what you're leaving in the past is some sort of commitment or some sort of relationship. You know, it doesn't have to be a relationship. Maybe you're leaving a job behind, but I do feel like for the mass majority of you, it's probably resonating more towards a relationship, whether it's a relationship in love, a friend, an acquaintance, a coworker. There's some sort of relationship here that I feel that you kind of want to leave behind. It's not something that you want to carry forward with you into your future. So looking at your current energy being the Ace of Pentacles, it's like you have this perfect opportunity this weekend to kind of end a commitment and let go of one. And I see you taking that opportunity. You know, looking at the outcome here being the Two of Cups reversed, Two of Cups reversed represents disconnection. And then looking at the Hierophant reversed here, the Hierophant reversed represents no longer committing and having a lack of a commitment. So Scorpio, I feel like there's going to just be an opportunity here this weekend that basically kind of gives you the free reign to pull the plug on some sort of connection in your life. I also kind of feel, because I'm hearing like the last straw is coming, the straw that broke the camel's back. So I do think this weekend as well, something's probably going to come up that is the final straw for you, where you realize it's just not worth committing or continuing to invest in some sort of relationship in my life. And now that I can acknowledge this, I need to let it go. You know, so I think that it's going to be the straw that broke the camel's back. It's kind of like that one last thing that made it incredibly clear to you that you do need to let a situation or most likely some sort of relationship in your life go. You know, it's like I got to leave this in the past and I got to keep on moving forward. So yeah, I keep hearing that very, very strongly. It's like the straw that broke the camel's back. All right, so do take it how it resonates, of course. Leave it be if it doesn't. But I think that you're going to get to that breaking point where it's like, yep, I got to let this go and I got to keep it moving forward, okay? All right, Scorpio, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our second batch of zodiac signs for the weekend read here today. Moving on to our last and final batch now, we're going to jump back into the Earth sign and we shall see what is up here for the Taurus gang. What's going on, baby? Messages for Team Taurus here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What information we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Taurus, let's see what we got going on here for you. Hopefully, we're looking at some awesome stuff. Taurian overall energy here is going to be the Knight of Cups. So you could be connecting here potentially with a water sign, such as a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Having a look at your current energy, we have the Five of Swords. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we have the Chariot in reverse. And then looking at the outcome for you, Taurus, is going to be the Hierophant in the reverse position, which is you actually. So you're showing up here in your reading. You could be connecting with a fellow Taurus or possibly a Cancer, but looking into your weekend here, Knight of Cups to the Five of Swords. What it looks like to me here for you, Taurus, is that you're kind of moving away from some sort of situation that could be representing like a fight. Maybe you're walking away or walking out of a fight or some sort of battle with someone. I just definitely feel, Taurus, this weekend is like good vibes only, and you have no tolerance right now to deal with people's bullshit. To put it very bluntly, that's what it looks like to me here for you, Taurus. You know, taking a look at what you're dealing with, Chariot reversed, you know, bashing with somebody, clashing with somebody, it's getting us nowhere, okay? So I definitely feel like you're in the vibration of peace and love this weekend. Maybe somebody you're dealing with isn't, but you're in that vibration of peace and love, and you'll be damned if you're gonna get dragged down into lower vibrational drama, because that's just not the way shit's gonna go. So Taurus, let's say this is between you you and your romantic partner, you and your family, you and your friends. I think you're just overall in a space where it's like, listen, can we rise above the negativity? Can we let all this shit go? Because guess what? Fighting and clashing is not getting us anywhere. And the more of a commitment that we keep investing into fighting and clashing, the more we're going to be in a negative space. So looking at the outcome here being the Hierophant reversed here kind of says you're choosing to no longer commit to fight, but instead you're choosing to commit to being in more peaceful energies, loving energies, and healing and mending energies. This is about you saying, look, I'm in a space right now where I'm all about peace and love. I ain't got no time for no negative vibes. I'm out here keeping my vibe motherfucking high. And if somebody has any sort of negativity, you're not going to invest into it. So you're kind of giving whoever this person is you're dealing with a choice. You can choose to be on this high vibe with me, and we can kiss and make up and be in a good space, and we can move forward with some great ass energy, or you can be miserable. But I'm going to let you know right now, if you want to be miserable, you're going to be miserable by yourself, because I'm going to be out here living my best life this weekend, okay? I like it, Taurus. I like it a lot. At the end of the day, guys, we get to choose what we want to experience, you know? I understand that emotions consume us, emotions can trigger us, anger can trigger us, and it can be very easy to be in an energy of anger and just want to clash and bash. But at some point, when you realize that the clashing and bashing is solving nothing, you know, sometimes it's better to just say, hey, this ain't really worth it, man. You know what? I forgive you. Yeah, you know what? I forgive you too. Fuck it. Let's just be in a good space. You know, I can't even tell you guys the amount of times I've had fights with people I love in my life, and we both kind of just realize, you know, this is stupid. What the fuck are we fighting about? Ignore the shit. Let's just move on. What's the point of the relationship we have? We love each other, right? So if we love each other, let's share and spread the fucking love, okay? All right, baby, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up all of the earth signs here for the weekend reading, jumping on into the air signs now. Let's have a look here at the Libra gang. What is going on, baby? Messages for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 72 hours, what information is rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Libra, we're going to get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up, baby. Hopefully all is well. Libra, overall energy for you is going to be the 7 of Pentacles. Having a look here at your current energy, we have the Page of Swords in reverse, looking at what you're dealing with. We do have here the Lovers, and then looking at the outcome for you, Libra, is going to be the Moon card. Okay, so let's see what's up here for you. All right, Team Libra, we start out here with the 7 of Pentacles all the way to the Page of Swords in reverse. Kind of feels to me right off the bat here for you that you're choosing to kind of ignore someone. I think that for those of you dealing with a Gemini, you could be choosing to ignore a Gemini here, but looking at what you're dealing with here being the Lovers card could represent a soulmate, it could represent a best friend, it could represent somebody that you have a very good connection to. Libra, I feel the energy of you ignoring someone you love because of what it is you're dealing with emotionally. Looking at the outcome here being the Moon card's representing that you're more than likely going through something emotional at this time. And you're not avoiding the person you love or the people you love for the fact that you are avoiding them because you're mad at them or you dislike them. You're avoiding them because you don't want them to see how you're feeling and what it is you're going through. You don't want them to see you like this. But that's the point of love, isn't it? Isn't the point of genuine love, and not just romantic love, love in general, isn't the point of love to let people see you at your lowest and your highest and love you nevertheless? Because if that ain't love, I don't know what is, you know? And if people can't love me at my lowest, then I don't want that kind of love. So I feel like you're judging yourself so heavily this weekend, Libra. You know, whatever you're dealing with emotionally, it's like, let me tune out everybody I love because I don't want them to see me this way. And you're worried they're going to judge you. You're worried that, you know, once they see how you are and what you're dealing with, they're not going to want to stick around. But that's bullshit. Because at the end of the day, if people really fuck with you and care about you, they'll love you when you're at your lowest and at your highest and anywhere in between. You know, that's love. So I feel like you're so worried and concerned about how somebody here you care about is going to perceive you. But I think that you're just in your head, Libra. And I think that the universe is saying, get out of your freaking head, okay? Because the longer you stay in your head over here, the more you're going to push away the people that care about you, when in actuality, they want to be there for you. Point blank period. I feel like whoever the lovers is in this situation, they will be there for you at your lowest, at your highest, and anywhere in between. And the more that you keep pushing them away because you're worried about how they'll perceive you, the more you're going to push away the ability to be comforted and shown that you are truly loved. So for any Libras that are feeling this way this weekend, universe and your spirit guides and me says get your head out of your butt. Period. Get your head out of your butt. First of all, putting your head in a butt stinks, doesn't it? Nobody wants to do that, right, Libra? So get your head out of your booty, because the more that you have your head there, the longer you're going to be in a period of time where you're missing out on all this love that other people want to fucking give you. Point blank, period. Okay? So Libra, people here love you, not just at your highest, but they're going to love you at your lowest too. Don't tune them out. Don't shut them out. Show them what you're feeling. Be present, be open, be honest, be vulnerable, and you'll see the actual love you have surrounding you this weekend, okay? Don't be afraid. They're going to show you, okay? Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up the air. We finished up the earth sign, jumping on in now into our fire. Let's see what we got going on here for the lovely and amazing Aries gang. What's going on, baby? Message is for Team Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 72 hours, what information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Aries? Messages here for Team Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Aries, let's go ahead and see what's up. Hopefully all is well. Aries, overall energy here for you is going to be the Magician. So you could be connecting here potentially with a Virgo for a few of you. Having a look into your current energy, we have the King of Wands. Taking a look here at what it is you're dealing with, we have the Nine of Cups reversed. And then looking at the outcome here for you is going to be the Five of Cups. Okay, let's see what's in store here for the Aries gang. Aries, coming into your next 72 hours, Magician here to the King of Wands. I definitely feel that you're in a space right now where you're pretty interested and you're pretty invested in something. You know, King of Wands is a card of interest, it's a card of desire, and the Magician's a card of manifestation. So I kind of feel that you've had your focus and your attention on something lately, and you're really interested in making it happen. I definitely feel the energy a little bit of daydreams, and having a look at what it is you're dealing with here, you're dealing with the Nine of Cups reverse. So you're daydreaming because maybe your current circumstances aren't as appealing, and with the outcome here being the Five of Cups usually represents disappointment or unhappiness. So I'm kind of getting the vibration of you, Aries. You're in the space right now where you're daydreaming because you're not really happy with your current circumstances. And here's the thing. It's okay to not be happy with your current circumstances, but we attract what it is we are. So you have to kind of prime yourself vibrationally here if you want to move into an energy where you're content. So it's kind of like the universe is saying, learn to be content where you are right now, Aries. And the more content you are, the more you're going to attract and manifest. Because remember, what we are vibrationally putting out there is what we're attracting back. So if we are putting out vibrationally this restless energy or this energy of not being content, we're going to keep on attracting that same vibration back. But if you can start to become comfortable with the environment you're in, if you can learn to improve your environment to make it what you'd like it to be and what it is you desire, the more you get comfortable here, the more you're going to attract a more comfortable type of lifestyle. So just definitely take some time here to just be mindful of where your vibration's at this weekend. I feel like that's what the case is here for you. Just be mindful of where your vibration's at, because if you are in a place where you're uncontent and you're unhappy, you know, the more that you're in that space, the more that's what you're attracting back. I feel like many of you are kind of escaping from your current circumstances by daydreaming. But just remember, daydreams can easily become a reality if you do two things. You have to have the law of attraction, but there is no law of attraction without the law of action. So if you have a daydream, go out there and make it a reality. Believe in your capability to do it and start taking some freaking action. Okay, baby? So Aries, do remember, if you're not content right now with your current circumstances, you always have the ability to change them. You're not stuck. You can do anything you want to do in this life. So Aries, if you're not happy with your current situations, start changing shit in your life to make it live up to what you desire. All right? Don't daydream, take action instead. Okay, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up the lovely and amazing fire. We also finished up the air, and we finished up the earth. Moving on to the last but not least zodiac sign for the weekend read here today. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Cancer. All right, what do we got going on here for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. By the way, for the 182 people in the chat, if y'all could drop a like, I'd appreciate it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. All right, Team Cancer, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on here, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Cancer, overall energy for you is going to be the 10 of Wands. So you could be connecting here potentially with a fire sign like an Aries, Leo, or Sag. Having a look at your current energy, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have the Five of Pentacles, and looking at the outcome, Cancerian, is going to be the Ten of Swords in the reverse position for your weekend. So coming into your weekend here, Cancer, 10 of Wands all the way to the Queen of Wands in reverse pretty much is an energy where you might feel like shit's kind of hitting you all at once. It could be a little bit of an overwhelming weekend when it comes towards feelings, emotions, and burdens. I hate that's the message here, Cancer, but that may be the case here for a few of you. That may be the case here for some of you, where it's like moving into your weekend. Oh my God, I feel like, the feels are just coming out. And looking at what you're dealing with here being the Five of Pentacles is the energy of like, great, not only am I dealing with all these feelings, but I'm dealing with all these feelings by my lonesome. So it's kind of hard and difficult here this week in Cancer to face all these feelings and emotions kind of hitting you. It feels like the tides are definitely turning, and it's hard to do it while you're feeling like you have nobody around you at this time. But here's the thing, Cancer. You have the ability to have people around you though too, which is all you kind of have to do is reach out, right? So Cancer, my best advice already watching this reading unfold is don't be afraid to reach out to people this weekend, and definitely don't be afraid to do some fun things to kind of distract yourself. I kind of feel like this is like the moon cycle just being very heavy. I think that emotionally, probably astrologically, it's just a bit of a heavy time rolling into your weekend here. So if you're feeling lonely, and if you're feeling like you're struck with all these different types of feelings, don't be afraid to surround yourself with your friends, with your family, with people that you can reach out to, that you can just have a great time with overall. Because remember, when we are lonely or when we're feeling alone, it can be very easy to start spiraling into our minds and into our heads and getting way too deep in our feelings and emotions. It's very easy for that to happen. So just being around good, genuine company could be much of a mood booster, and a much needed mood booster for you here this weekend. So Cancerians, if you are starting to feel this way, invite a friend over that you haven't seen in a while. Invite a family member over. Go see your mom, go see your grandparents, go see your friends, go see your, whoever, anybody in your life that you care about and that you love and respect, and go hang out with them and have a good time. Make plans. Don't stay in the house all day. Get the hell out. Get some vitamin D. Go look at the sun for a little bit, because the sun wakes you the fuck up and it helps depression. So do shit that's fucking healthy for you, period, is what my best advice would be for Cancers this weekend. But most importantly, be social. All right, being social here is probably going to help you the best this weekend, but take your vitamins, go fucking outside, get some sunshine, okay? Make sure you wake up, get the fuck out of bed, take a cold shower if you need to wake up. Just do healthy shit. And the more healthy shit you do, the better you're genuinely going to feel. And looking at the outcome here for you, Cancer, this weekend being the Ten of Swords reversed. Ten of Swords reversed is like one of those energies that's like, damn, I'm dealing with all this, and it felt like the feelings were just so intense, it was never ending. Well, here's the beautiful thing, Cancer. It's going to end. And let me tell you why, okay? If you feel like you're going to be, like if you start feeling this weekend very emotional and you feel lonely and you're in your feelings and you feel like it's never ending, that's what the reading says, right? But the great thing about tarot is that we have the free will to change that shit. So if you see a reading you don't like, you hear a reading you don't like, you can change it at any given time. So Cancer, this weekend, if you're not feeling it, if you're feeling very overwhelmed by emotions and you're all by your lonesome, do healthy shit. That's literally the best advice I can tell you. Go be social. Biggest thing I can tell you. Go be social. But do healthy shit. Eat healthy. Do a fun activity. Get the fuck out of the house. Hang out with friends. Just do everything you can to put yourself in a better environment. That'll therefore give you much of a better mood boost, okay? You have the power to change this outcome. It doesn't have to be a rough weekend when you decide to take action and be proactive about it, okay? All right, baby. Much love to you, Cancer. You guys are going to be okay. Just do something about it, Don't let yourself fall into that energy, but instead counter that shit, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving motherfucking forward. Y'all, thank you so much for coming out to the weekend reading. I really appreciate it. Hope everybody here had themselves a fantastic time. Thank you for tuning in so much. For those of you that are in here right now, if you could drop a like, that'd be absolutely awesome of you. Be super appreciated. Just a reminder, everybody, if you want to check out my social medias, you can check out my Twitter and my Instagram. They're right above my head. But if you also want to check out all of my official social medias, check my description box on my YouTube videos. Every single YouTube video of mine has my official social medias posted in the description box. So if you want to ever check out any of the other socials I have, feel free to. I did want to say, if anybody sent in donations today, I'm not too sure if anybody did, but if anybody happened to send in a donation, thank you for that. It helps out a lot more than you know. Really appreciate your generosity. I want to give a special thanks to my members. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it as well. And I also want to give a huge shout out to the moderator gang. Shout out to the Team Blue. Thank you guys for all the work that you do. Really appreciate it. You guys are a massive help to the channel. Thank you for on a weekly basis always helping out. You guys are super appreciated, and I'm wishing you all a wonderful weekend, okay? I want to give everybody an update too. So yesterday, I uploaded the Aries and the Taurus reading for November. Today, I uploaded Cancer and Gemini. So far, 4 November readings are out, and I am going in the order from Aries to Pisces. So the way the videos are going to be posted in traditional order. So for those of you that are waiting or wondering when your sign comes next, just follow the traditional order, and you'll know when your sign is coming up. So just throwing that out there, Cancer, Gemini, you were uploaded today. Aries, Taurus, you were uploaded yesterday. Those 4 signs are out for November. If you haven't seen your reading already, feel free to check it out, okay? And coming into next week, I'll be getting the rest of the November readings finished. So for those of you still waiting on a read, your monthly read will be coming next week, okay? All right, everybody, happy Friday. I hope you've been having fun. If you're new here and you fuck with the channel and you fuck with the vibes, come on down and subscribe, baby. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell to never miss when I upload or when I go live. But I love you all so much. Have a great and fantastic weekend, everybody. I'm gonna go rest and rejuvenate and catch up on my sleep for the week or for the weekend, but I really appreciate you being here. I hope you had a good time, and I will see everybody in the next video. And yeah, Halloween's coming up too. Fuck, it's crazy how fast October went. It's the 28th today, right? Yeah, it's the 28th. It's crazy how fast October went. Wow. Happy Halloween. I almost left y'all without saying that. Have a happy Halloween for this weekend, everybody. I hope it's fun. I hope it's a fantastic time. And I hope you guys have a great overall time. Definitely be safe, everybody. Be mindful. There are some cuckoo people on Halloween, so be mindful of that. Of course, be as safe as you can, but have fun with it, okay? All right, everybody. I love you. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will catch everybody in the next video. Much love to my soul family, and y'all have yourselves a good one. Later, guys. Peace.